Hello friends, I welcome you all to this session on C++ programming. So today I'll be telling you about the friend function and friend classes, how to write friend functions. So what is a friend function? Friend function is basically a function which is not the member of any specific class, but it is having this ability or this capacity to access all the private data members of that particular class. So it can be thought of as the friend to the class. This is the function which is a friend to the class, which is capable of accessing the data members from outside. As we all know, this cannot be done otherwise. If the data members are private, then this cannot be done, but the friend function has this capacity too. So how it is done? It is simply done using this particular keyword friend, and we'll be writing this function inside, defining this function or declaring this function inside the class and defining this outside. So let us see with the help of this particular example. It says that you have to define a class motion to represent two-dimensional motion of a particle. The class should contain private data members u, acceleration a, and time t. So let us write a class. So the class is motion and it is having the private data members as u, a, and t. Okay. So let us take double u, a, and t. So these are what? These are the private data members of this particular class motion. Now what we can do is we can write a constructor for it. So motion and let us apply a double u, double a, double t. Now as we are taking the same name as the data member, so what we can do is we can use this. So how that can be done? We can simply say this u. So here is an arrow. So this u means we are talking about this. Okay. So this u will be taking up the value which we will be supplying in the parenthesis. So that is u. Similarly, we can say this and a, and this is what? This is nothing but a, the one which we are supplying here, and we can also say this t, it is nothing but t. That's it, done. The declaration or the constructor is done. Now what we have to do is we have to create a friend function. Now the keyword is friend. Okay. Then we will be defining this particular or declaring this function. How? So let us say this function is capable of taking these, evaluating the displacement and printing the displacement. That's it. So let's say void displacement and what it is a friend to? It is friend to this particular class motion. Okay, that's it. We have declared this particular function which is a friend function. So now while defining it, we should only be writing this. No friend is required now. It is already declared that this is a friend. So now what we'll do is we will, as this motion, let's say it is m. So now this is capable of accessing all the data members for this particular class motion. So this m must be having all the thing u, a, and t with it. So it will simply be let's say I'll create one variable s, and now this s will be what? It is u t plus half a t square, you all know. So it is u of m. So m dot u, okay, and then t, m of t plus 0.5, that is half, then a, that is m of a, and then half a t square. So power m t comma 2. Once this is done, then we will simply say cout displacement is equal to s, and then we'll end this up and L. So as we are using power, so we should also have this math. Okay, also standard. Now, already we are having it. So now this is done. Now inside main, what we have to do? Inside main, we'll create one instance of that motion. Let's say it is m1, and we will initialize or will pass the variables for u, a and t. Let's say u is 1, a is let's say 5, and then t let's say 0.1 second. So that is how we initialized it. So once we initialized it, then what we'll do is we'll call this displacement function. Okay, so displacement, and it is taking what? It is taking the class m1, and that's it, done. So if you run this now, you will be able to see that the displacement is 0.125 meters. We can write meter here also, or doesn't matter. So in this way we can create a friend function. So what is a friend function? Friend function is basically a function which is not basically member of this particular class motion. It is not a member of motion, but it is capable of accessing the data members of this particular class. Okay, so and once you declare it inside, then you should define it outside. Convention says this. Okay, but you can also define it inside, there is no problem, but it is a normal convention that people define the friend function outside, and from the main what we will do, we will simply pass that particular class, and that's it, done. So in the next lecture we will come up with, we will solve 2-3 more problems related to friend function. Thank you very much for watching it. Take care.